now you're live in front of the whole audience.
Great. Welcome everyone, this is the Electrolux Professional Pro Rep Marketing Mobile Kitchen. Come on in. This is a fully equipped mobile kitchen with combi oven, blast chiller, refrigeration, range. And what we're going to be talking about today is actually the pressurized braising pan. So, first of all, what is a pressure braising pan? It's a pressure cooker, just like you would find in your home before commercial use. So this is a vessel that we can completely seal and allow steam to build up to cook under pressure. What that means is that we're gonna take traditional cook times and cut them down 50 to 75%. So today we're gonna be doing paella, something that normally takes 45 minutes. What I'm gonna do is a chicken and chorizo paella. I'm gonna sear everything off, I'm gonna deglaze with wine, and then we're gonna put this under pressure and cook for 11 minutes. So we'll go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead, get some oil. We'll sear the chicken. So the great thing about this unit is that not only does it go under pressure, but the actual base of the skillet is extremely thick metal. So what that means is we're gonna get a really nice sear on everything, and we're not gonna have any fatigue or downtime when we're putting product into the pan.
There's a big difference between electric and gas version.
Another great thing about the unit
place underneath that allows griddle function to work more efficiently or alter the surface more efficiently. So what that is now is that basically griddle. Now it's like that pressurized braising pan could scrambled eggs in the morning. Because it's not a pressure cooker, I can just use it open as a shallow fryer or as a base plate griddle. That same heat instead of firing up a gas heat of an appliance somewhere else in the kitchen. Especially if I'm doing a mass amount. I just break a whole bunch of eggs inside, stir it up, and now I have a full capacity of scrambled eggs that you want to serve it at that point. Just get moved out.
So another great thing about this unit is that while we're cooking under pressure, nothing that sticks during the initial searing phase will stick during the pressurized phase. And what that means is that instead of having a chef constantly tending to the stove, constantly stirring the beans every 5 minutes, taking their attention away, you can have this cook under pressure and walk away and come back and have a beautiful product cooked and ready to go without having to babysit it or watch it.
So all this replaced paper, for sure the pressure basically needs to sit under a hood. One of the parts of our demo, our customer experience, is that once the braising pan is closed, you can put a stick of butter on its lid, and the stick of butter doesn't melt. So from a closed environment system, it doesn't influence the environment. So when you want to make this particular product tangibly ergonomic, you're now taking away that heat factor. You're not working on a hot line constantly. You're doing this, put it on your pressure. Some recipes like just plain rice done in 9 minutes. Paella will be done in 11 minutes under pressure. Black beans having it pre-soaked in 45 minutes, a braised piece of meat, maybe a little over an hour, but it's an untouched process at that point. All you're doing is loading it off the way. The only reason why it needs to be under fire suppression or a hood is because when you're opening it or you're shallow frying something, there's the ability for grease later stage. And what you guys are witnessing together when we couldn't rotate through is the actual loading and sealing of it. The opening up of the product, the evacuation of the product you'll experience it by eating lunch. But this would have never been realized if you weren't able to see it now altogether. So dry rice is being put in at the same time as the food product with the liquid, and eventually this will get sealed down.
So we're gonna bring this to a boil. Once this is to a boil, we're gonna shut the lid and we're going to pressurize the vessel. And that's what's gonna give us that extremely quick cook time. This is great for stuff like stocks, sauces, soups. For any chefs in the crowd, we can take this and we can turn veal bones into dust in 4 hours. Things like chicken stock in 45 minutes. Any kind of large braise, any kind of dry beans in 55 minutes with no soaking. So this has some really great applications for anybody doing long cook times, long braises, any kind of large volume events or anything of that nature. This pan really excels at that. This model that we've got here, this is actually our smaller unit. This is around 20 something gallons, and then we have a larger unit that's 45 gallons as well, and that's really good for doing large cooks, large processes. And you'll see once we open this up, we're not going to have any sticking on the bottom. So I'm going to let this come up to a little bit more of a boil, and we'll lock the lid and go under pressure. Whenever I'm going under pressure, I'm just wiping the edge of the unit to ensure that we've got a good contact with our seal here. Something else about this unit is we actually have a probe here. If you're cooking to temperature, if you know that your beef breaks down at 185 degrees exactly, or you're testing a recipe and you want to cook something to an internal temperature, you can use that as well. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to close this unit and go under pressure. So all I do is I close it, I throw 2 levers, and then all I do is close this top valve. And what's going to happen is I'm going to go for 11 minutes. After that, the rice is going to be completely cooked from raw. We'll serve it, and I invite everybody to come to the truck after lunch, during lunch. Everybody come, check it out, see it up close. We've also got our new Skyline combi oven, state of the art with many capabilities, and our blast chiller as well. So everybody come check out the truck, and I'll hand it back to you, Angelo.
All right, thanks, Kendall.
All right, so now it's been 11 minutes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna depressurize the kettle. So there's 2 ways to do that. We can let it depressurize automatically through a quenching system, but you know, as chefs, we want to go fast, we want our food now, we've got to put it out for the event. So I'm going to open it manually from the top and just open this pressure port here to depressurize. So this is going to keep evacuating steam. When this red bob goes down, that means we're going to be ready to open it. It'll be completely depressurized. So now that the bob is completely down, we can open up the unit. I'm gonna throw these two levers. The great thing about this unit is it's so safe, you can't open it by accident. If I try to pull on this, I cannot get it open at all. What you have to do is actually physically push down on the unit to hear the click of these two locking mechanisms here. We would unlatch them and open it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put in some peas and some parsley to finish this off. Yeah, I'm just gonna give this a nice stir. And you'll notice on the bottom of this pan here, we're not gonna get any sticking. If you don't get any sticking during the searing phase, you won't have any sticking during the pressurized phase. So that's something really awesome about this unit. All right, and that's it. We'll start plating this up and serve it up. Just giving it the final stir. All right.